Today we're diving into something a little spicier and riskier, the 5 most dangerous cars you can legally buy right now. These aren't 1980s rust buckets. These are cars you can still find on used car lots, or worse, brand new. Some are unsafe because they're poorly built, some are unsafe because they're overpowered and under-engineered, and some, well, they're just trying to kill you on principle. So buckle up, or in these cars, maybe double up on seatbelts, and let's get into it. It's small, it's cheap, and it gets 40 miles per gallon. If you're willing to roll the dice every time you merge onto the highway. The Mitsubishi Mirage, especially from 2014 onward, has some of the worst crash test scores of any car sold in the last decade. In IIHS side impact tests, it basically folds like a beach chair. Sure, it's one of the cheapest new cars on sale, but with its thin body panels, underpowered 3-cylinder engine, and a top speed that feels like a dare, you're driving a car that's only slightly safer than a skateboard with airbags. Starting price, around $16,000 brand new, but maybe budget for a roll cage and prayer beads. Yes, it's adorable. Yes, it fits into a parking spot the size of a shoebox. But the Smart Fortwo is also horrifyingly dangerous on American roads. It's fine in a low-speed city fender bender, but take it on the highway and you'll quickly realize it's outmatched by semi-trucks, crosswinds, and strong opinions. The 2008 to 2019 models scored okay-ish in Euro NCAP, but in the US, they didn't fare well in overlap crash tests, and there's almost no crumple zone. It's like strapping a helmet to a lawn chair and saying, let's go commuting. Used price? Around $6,000 to $10,000. But again, maybe just buy a used Corolla, or a reinforced shopping cart. Same vibe, more survival. Now, before the Jeep people light their torches, hear us out. Yes, the Jeep Wrangler is iconic, rugged, and basically the official car of freedom. But safety? Not really part of the design brief. The 2-door Wranglers from 2007 to 2017 had poor crash test results, especially in rollover risk and frontal overlap impacts. No surprise, they have a high center of gravity and a boxy frame with all the crumple of a brick wall. Plus, no side airbags in many trims and roofs that are basically glorified tarps. Fun off-road? Absolutely. Safe for your daily commute? Only if your commute is across a sand dune. Now, hold on. The Hellcat isn't unsafe because it's flimsy. It's unsafe because it's basically a rocket-powered barge with no driver filtering. This thing has 707 to 797 horsepower, depending on the year and trim, and weighs over 4,400 pounds. That's a lot of mass traveling at the speed of chaos. The average driver has zero business piloting something this powerful on public roads. Its rear-wheel drive has a short temper in the rain and launches like it's trying to leave Earth. Many have been wrecked within days of purchase. You can find used ones from $40,000 and up, but be honest, can you handle it? If not, this muscle car will happily turn your tires, or your insurance rate, into smoke. This car exists purely because people needed something cheaper than a bus pass. The Chevy Aveo, especially from 2004 to 2011, is one of the most under-engineered vehicles to ever sneak through US safety regulations. Crash test results were abysmal. The car was built by Daewoo. Yes, Daewoo, remember them? Neither does your insurance company. Paper-thin construction, basic brakes, no stability control on early models, and performance that could be beaten by a moped with asthma. Used prices are around $2,000 to $4,000, but you may end up paying a lot more in spinal realignment and regret. So there you go, 5 cars that are totally legal to drive, and maybe should come with a waiver. Some are too flimsy, some are too powerful, and some are just plain outdated. But they all have one thing in common. They'll get your heart rate up, and not in a good way. Let us know in the comments if you've owned one of these rolling death traps, or if we missed one. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more questionable cars and brutally honest reviews, right here on Petrol Magazine. Thanks for watching, and whatever you drive, please wear your seatbelt, especially if it's held on with Velcro.